from 50 to 100. That's
Yeah.
that's a
That's
massive.
quite a big difference, joining the company as the interior designer and growing into a HR manager.
Everyone in the business was trying to do a little bit of HR. We are very different as a business.
It's very much about people. And I can proudly say that I don't know any other company like MGN.
So since you joined the business, MGN Builders Merchants, just under 3 years ago, how the company culture and organization has changed in those 3 years?
Well, to start with, the company doubled in size in terms of employees.
Yeah.
So I would say that's probably one of the biggest challenges. Quantity itself, it's about the quality of employees we've got as well. The structure of the departments has grown significantly as well. We're getting busier and busier within all the departments, really. So I'd say that's the biggest challenge.
Scaling from 50 to 100, that's a
That's
massive,
quite a big difference.
that's a big difference, isn't it? Because it was already a little bit too late when we realized that we need a HR, but before that it was, I think, everyone in the business was trying to do a little bit of HR, including myself, including our operations director, sales director, all our managers as well. We were involved in this process. They still are.
Yeah, 100%.
But at that time it was very chaotic, and we realized that it's time to make it proper. We decided to take on this challenge, right?
Yeah, we like challenge. We don't like easy, do we?
Yeah.
Great journey so far, and of course the growth is still happening.
We think that, and we say that we are very different as a business, and we like to do things very different in general, isn't it? And I think that's what sets us apart from our competition.
100%.
Business is, and any company is it's people, isn't it? And this is most important to understand, that people who want to join us and who want to be a part of this journey, what values we are looking for.
I would probably start off saying that we don't look for experience, we look for talents, which is personality, the right attitude, the vision, looking for challenge, looking for growth. Because at the end of the day, that's one thing about the MGN, that we have a lot of opportunities to grow. Our all management grew within the company, including directors, including myself. I can probably be the best example, joining the company as the interior designer and growing into a HR manager.
7-8 months later?
Yeah, about.
That was quite fast, wasn't it?
Exactly. So we are looking for people who wants to grow, who works hard.
Wants to make a difference.
100% wants to make a difference. That's what we're looking for. That's our main goal. And I think we as a company, HR, yourself, the management, and employees have the same vision. And when you put it together, that's what makes MGN as successful as we are. And as we love to say, sky is the limit. And who knows where we'll be in another 3 years.
Yeah, we really like ambitious people, isn't it? People who want to make a difference, people who want to grow, people who understand that their presence
100%.
in the business should make a difference.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the most important value we're looking in.
We all face troubles. Nobody knows everything. You learn something new every day, but it's just how you approach things through the whole journey. I think that's what makes it. You can tell sometimes from the very beginning, right?
Yeah, culture of ownership is very important,
Exactly.
isn't it? We want everyone to feel like this is our business, it's our company, it's our future, it's our success, and we can only make it together with our team.
Yeah, 100%.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think our company is quite unique in terms of opportunities we offer to our team. A lot of our employees have an opportunity to grow quite fast as the company grows. Our vision is that always try to promote our people, employees, and our team, and we reward hard work, we reward ownership, we reward loyalty, we reward care of the business. And we believe that the most important is the personality.
So all our branch managers, operation managers, marketing manager, directors, including myself, we all grew up within the company. We all come from totally different backgrounds, different experience. Myself, I come totally from different background. As we said, 3 years ago, I joined MGN. Most of my life, I worked in retail at the restaurants as a waiter, promoted to a manager, then decided to totally change my career and went for kitchen designer. And that's what brought me to MGN. And then, yeah, as you said, within 7 or 8 months, I was offered this opportunity.
You said change it again.
And then I've changed it again. And I am forever grateful. When I was offered this opportunity, I was like, wow, okay, challenge. But then I just go for it. You know, you don't get to a certain experience, certain level unless you try, and you just never give up. You know, we have good days and you have better days. But you just carry on because you have a vision, you have a goal. I can truly say MGN, it's the best company I've ever worked for, and not because, I'm not saying it because you're here. And I think that's what helped me to grow from 50 to 100 people, because that is the thing about MGN. You are seen, you are heard, you're valued. And that's what makes a huge difference. And when you have this background support behind you, people believing in you and seeing your skills before you even see it for yourself, that actually gives you that boost, and you can achieve anything you want.
It was one of my biggest worries, you know, when we understood that it's we can't survive any longer without having HR in the business. But at the same time, the biggest worry I had was like it's that culture which needs to be preserved, and that vision that needs to be passed on to someone. And how do you do that? How do you just go on I don't know, CV library or whatever and start looking for a HR? Like interview is always very different to the real life, isn't it? And we, for that reason, we were quite late with finding a HR, finding you, because we actually didn't believe that it's possible just to find HR from outside world. And then we've seen that quality in you that would definitely, we understood it's definitely going to work. I think that worked very well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Of course, HR is quite a lot about onboarding processes, about paperwork, about the contracts, about recruitment. It's all very important.
Ticking the boxes,
Super important, yeah. But the most important, not that. It's the vision, it's the culture, and it's a cultivating the healthy environment in the business. Making sure there is all the issues addressed on time, that everyone is happy, everyone feels looked after, everyone feels valued, and everyone feels as part of the team. How do you do this?
I think it's naturally. I am, as people say, I'm a very people person. Because I genuinely care. Regardless it's work related, personal related, I really, really care. As we can all probably agree, 100 people within the company, they're all very different, and they all have very different approaches. But in general, it's just being natural, I think, and making people understand, approachable, and my doors are always open. Anyone can come in anytime they need. They can call me anytime they need. I sometimes get phone calls after work, which is absolutely fine, because I care. And my main reason, it's a healthy balance in between everything, regardless they are management, non-management, shop floor assistants, sales. There's no difference. And that's also another thing about MGN, that we value not the titles, do we? We value all the employees the same, regardless.
As our employees all grow and as they evolve into new roles and they develop themselves, they need a lot of support. Sometimes they're facing difficulties and they need to feel that extra support. Sometimes they go through some personal issues as well, isn't it, which might affect their work.
100%.
And it's very important to feel that we care, that we can actually support them, and that they have someone to go to and share their difficulties.
But I would say probably the one thing that it's still, it's not an issue, but it's communicating. We're not here to judge, we're not here to harm anybody, we're here to help, we're here to support. And that's what I keep saying to everyone, anything you need, just let me know. That's what I'm here for.
For someone who wants to change their life and who wants to take a new challenge and would like to join our company, what would you like to say to them?
I would say please do. Please do, because if you actually think that you want to grow, you're ambitious, you like challenges, you do things from your heart, I would say please do. Pop in, come see us, let us speak to you, let us sell you the company as much as you sell yourself. Simply walk through one of our shop's door and feel the vibe. Regardless of the experience, regardless of what's your background, regardless of where you're from, you're welcome for opportunities. And don't be afraid that your experience may not be related to what we have on our job adverts. Come in, let's have a chat, an open, honest conversation. And that's when we can actually see what we can do together and how we can grow together and what bright future we can have together.
I think it's worth mentioning to someone who might be considering joining us and changing their career and going trying something else. I think it's worth mentioning that 99% of our team came to work in this business without the relevant experience.
100%.
No one sold building materials before they joined this company. Everyone came from all sorts of different industries and different backgrounds. Somehow we now do it better than anyone else.
So if you got the right attitude, if you're ambitious, we welcome you. Please come. But what would you say is the most important thing to consider when we look for somebody new to join us at MGN?
One of the most important qualities that any business, any company should be looking for and searching for in employees joining the business, especially when they're growing, it's the productivity. It's same as we are looking for a personality. You either got it or you haven't. Same as productivity. You either have it or you don't. If a person doesn't possess that skill, that hunger to deliver, to make a difference, to come to work, not just from 9 to 5 and clock out at 4:59, but to actually make the difference with their presence in the company, in the business, to make sure that they deliver the value, that they caring about everything they do and always trying to improve every single process that happens within the business. They can still make a very big difference. They can still have effect on the processes which we are developing here. They can still bring a part of themselves into this business and to really be a part of it. And this is who we're looking for, isn't it?
Brilliant. I can agree.